Okay, so this is the AQ tier list on how we each think the various Masters London teams are going to be performing, who we think is actually going to qualify through Swiss, who we think is going to win. As quick introductions, I'm Haz, the IGL and captain for AQ Blue.
I'm Reti, the IGL and captain of AQ Main.
And I'm Rain. I own a Quanticus Esports and play for AQ Blue.
Nice.
Yeah, he's one of my players. We're all quite well versed in Valorant esports naturally with how we do competitive Valorant ourselves. So we'll just get right into this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the Swiss stages, we've obviously got Lev, NRG, XLG, DRG, Vitality, Foot, Full Sense, and Global Esports. Reti, which four teams do you think are actually going to be making it through the Swiss?
Okay, so I've gone relatively boring for 75% of it, and then I've got a little bit of a nail biter. Potentially, I might be just changing in my head right now as we speak. I'll go for the obvious ones though. I think NRG are pretty much certain to make it. I think even though losing Som was a big loss, I think Kiko is the best mechanical player in probably all of EMEA and probably
Whack 'em in beef
top 5 in the world.
Cool. Yeah, so that's assuming.
That's for sure. And I think if they've improved on the issues they had in stage one, I think they are still probably one of the best teams in the world, if not the best. And they just need to prove that in the new meta. Second of all, another pretty easy one. I've also gone for Full Sense. We're leaning into a Phoenix Jet meta again, and they've probably got the best jet in the world, if not the best player in the world, currently in Primi. And I genuinely just think they're going to be untouchable. There's new meta. If they can make it work, like support-wise, and get the most out of Primi, and obviously and Cruz do as much as they can on the IGL front, and I genuinely think they'll be an elite team. And I think they'll surprise a lot of people with how deep they can actually go in the long run. My other picks, on the other hand, are a little bit more jaded. So the three that I had in mind was DRG, Team Vitality, and GE. I think unfortunately Lev just don't have enough experience in that four surrounded by King to be a top team, especially with how strong this Swiss stage is. So I've not included them, and obviously I'm not including XLG or Foot. No offense, shouts up. On the other hand, though, I think Team Vitality on paper should be a top 5 team in the tournament, but I don't think they're going to make it. I think the EMEA drop off, as an EMEA fan myself, is too heavy.
It's hard.
Compared to, yeah, I think in this meta, if it was the previous meta and they've had that chance to build up, I think they'd still do well. But now Neon's next to useless, and Yoru's useless for sure. I think the amount of time they've had to build up, it won't help them at all. Whereas on the other hand, DRG team isn't as strong. Vukashu, I genuinely think, could 1v5 90% of the teams in Swiss. I think he's genuinely probably one of the best players outside of NA and AMEA and obviously Pacific that I've had the pleasure of watching. Like I said, his KD stats in China literally make him look like he's smurfing in that elo. He's playing like more of a Sentinel role, so the Cypher Vice Viper, and he's got a 1.3 KD average. And you know, his ACS stats are outrageous, from 220 to 260. It's overpowered. And I think on the in a place he's more comfortable back in a Worlds format, where he should have been if Demon One didn't have to replace him for the Vita issues last time. I think he'll come with the need to flex his muscles, and I think he will just shit on everyone. That's my point of view. So I'll put DRG to go through, and I am gonna go also with GE as my final pick. I think watching GE when they were against Paper X, I think they're probably good enough to beat any team on the planet if they're good enough to beat Paper X. And obviously they lost in the best of 5. They lost that 3-0, but they beat them 2-1 in the game before that. And I think if Paper X didn't have that game to lose and get out the way with GE, then I don't think they would have beat them in the best of 5, in my opinion. I think once they had that 2-1 loss, I think Paybreaks were just able to get ahead of them after that, which is unfortunate. And also seeing them beat Nongshim as well so heavily in the in EWC. I think they're just going to come in with so much confidence. And Patman is he's just an elite player. And I think his ability to flex around so many different agents is going to give them something above the rest in most teams. And they've got the experience as well. So yeah, they're my picks. A little bit of a rogue one with DRG and maybe even GE. Yeah, I think they'll be the most comfortable when it actually comes to the tournament. Even if Vitality look like monsters.
So you say GE is a rogue pick, but that is also in my list of teams to actually make it through the Swiss. Mine's
Same.
looking quite similar to yours. I've got Full Sense, GE, and NRG the same. NRG, as you said, the current world champs coming into this looking like one of the strongest teams, having Ethan, who, even if he is quite underrated, I do think is just such a strong IGL, and just honestly an all-round solid team without any major weaknesses, which I think is a big thing for them right now. Like, when I'm looking at it, I think their weakest player right now is honestly Brock, who, when you consider carried them to their last major win, is a crazy statement to say, but I do think just since the nerfs, he is. But considering their weakest player is someone who literally forced a meta change, they kind of have to be favourites to go through her. Then Global Esports, Patman and Crystal, is there anything else I need to say here, really? Just two such strong players. Patman could carry this team on his back if he has to, but I do think they go through. And then you've got Full Sense, who just, I mean, like you said, Primi, one of the strongest Jet players out there right now. Meta's leaning heavily into his favour. And I do just think, again, I think he can take Full Sense quite far through this tournament, not just through Swiss. And then for my final pick, it's a boring one. It's one I'm not necessarily happy about, but you can't deny the firepower on this team, and you can't deny the experience they have. Vitality. You've got Durka and Chronicle, former champions. Sayonara, a young, upcoming talent who looks very much unstoppable when he's on his day. He reminds me a lot of, and this is a crazy thing to say, he reminds me a lot of Miniboo when Miniboo's on his day and actually having a good game. He reminds me of that, but way more consistent. And then you've got Yampi and Prophet just to round out the team. Again, it's one which on paper doesn't have any weaknesses. I think in the past they've looked a bit shaky in terms of ideas of what they want to do. You've got so many big egos on that team clashing. But recently, you've kind of seen them more going with whatever Yampi says and just having him be the voice of reason for the team and guiding them. And I think now that they're actually doing that, Vitality are looking like a good team to beat. I think they were unlucky to actually lose out on just automatic playoffs to Heretics, and I think they're almost a sure thing to be able to go through here to the next stage. So yeah, that's my 4 teams.
I have interest on Vitality. Do you think Durka is a good enough duelist for them, considering the only proper game he's played well was against Fnatic? Do you think he's good enough to get them through? Based on the comparison of Primi and obviously,
I don't think present day Durka is good enough to help them go far in this tournament. But I do think that when you look at the other teams, for example, I mean, okay, DRG are contenders, but when I'm looking at teams like Leviathan, they're just not a well-rounded enough team. I'm looking at XLG, same thing there. Foot, okay, to be fair, if I wasn't picking Vitality, I'd be picking Foot here. Yetajay, Zeus, Sociable, Sop, and...
I love Sop.
Like, I do think Foot are other strong contenders, and I think if it's not Vitality, it could be Foot. But I do just think that experience factor that Kron and Durka do bring, it's something that you just... I think it's something that could help players like Sayonara, that young, upcoming talent. I think that's the kind of thing he needs to help him get the best out of him. And I do think that just with that level of experience that Durka can help maybe bring on to Sayonara. then that might just help this Vitality team narrowly, and I do mean narrowly, make it through this Swiss stage.
Okay, I can respect that.
I have a similar take about the Team Vitality, is that none of their players are the best at what they do, but they're all pretty good at a number of things which help round out the team as a whole. Because like you said, you got like the experience with Chronicle and Durka, and then you got the young talent of Sayonara. So it kind
Yeah,
of,
it's a very well mixed.
yeah, I think if they improved as a team, they'd be almost unstoppable, in my opinion. Purely because they have the individual talent and the individual experience to help everyone, and it all goes well with each other.
I think that's what
Yeah.
I'm most worried about, though, is that I feel like the players that should be performing better in Sayonara and Dhaka haven't been. I think they've been in at least 80% of the games. They've been the bottom two players, and players like Yampi and obviously Chronicle have been saving them a lot.
Yeah.
Even
Kron
Profek, I
has
think,
been.
has played better than Yampi and Sayonara. I mean, which is a crazy thing to say considering how highly I rate Sayonara, but it's I don't know, it's a little bit funky. I think it could go either way for sure.
Just so we're clear on this, we are all in agreement that the three teams that will go through are Energy, Full Sense, and Global Esports. We are currently debating between DRG and Vitality here, right?
Yeah.
Just
I
to make
feel
sure.
like I'm gonna lose out on this because I think I'm probably the only one that's watched Vikashi. But you man need to go on TikTok,
I've been
look at your
watching.
Vikashi favorite moments, and you'll still understand.
I've watched all of these teams. I do know where you're coming from with this, but like I said, I do just think that if it wasn't Vitality for me, it would actually be Foot, and I can see an argument for DRG. I can.
Honestly, I don't think Foot will do very good. I think the idea of Foot will do good, but I think them actually on an international stage, bearing in mind they are the only team to have 100% pick rate on Neon. Like Sopper's, I love Sop to bits, but there's only so much you can expect from a team that lost to Vitality, Heretics, twice Heretics as well. They lost in EWC, they've lost to BBL, they've lost to M8 3-0. The only team they've beat recently is Eternal Fire and Navi, and that's out of the last 8 games. So I feel like this Neon, that's with the Neon meta. I think without the Neon meta, they can be cooked.
I do agree with you. Like I said, that is why I've in my book, that is why Vitality are beating them out. With DRG, I can see it, like I can see where they're coming from, but I also just think when you look at it purely on paper, you've got the third seed of China, which isn't the strongest region, versus the second team of EMEA, which while the EMEA fall off has been a sad thing to watch, EMEA is still a stronger region than China.
I do agree, but I think that's more because the region's poor. I think China is very top heavy. I think XLG aren't a great team, but they forced themselves through with a lot of the results they got. And I think obviously, as we all know, I think EDG is the only team that's better than them. And I think they end up 2-0. Was it 3-0 maybe? I think it was in that game. I can't remember off the dome, but it was something like that. I think DRG though, on an international stage, I think I'm trying to picture how well they could have done if they had Vukashu instead of Demon One. Not for the roles, more just for the fact of they had a confident team and they had Vukashu who was physically ingrained into that roster. Like I think they did okay anyway in that. Then having a player who actually is a hard one-man carry, I think they could win in Swiss. I don't think they'll do well afterwards, but I think they beat Trace. I think they beat Trace twice as well. They beat JDG. They even beat All Gamers 2-1. And I think the only teams they lost out was EDG and XLG in that best of 5. Whereas in that best of 5, Vukashu was 80 kills and 56 deaths. I think this man on international, if Spirit can also frag out as well, I think they're going to be so good in this Swiss. So I think that's my argument. I just don't think Vitali have the players outside of Chronicle to actually perform. I think Sayonara, if he does, maybe he'll have a great rookie international. That will probably change it. I don't think Durka's good enough. I don't think Profit's good enough, and I don't think Yampi's recent form can continue. Most IGLs when they're building a team around themselves perform good to start. When the team isn't, then they drain out as the team gets better. But I just can't see the team getting better, and I don't think Yampi's good enough to mask the Durka fall off. Unfortunately.
Unlike seeing the opposite with Vitality, I think is the thing here, because they started. I mean, okay, yes, it was before Sayonara because obviously he had to join late, but like they started very weak again because you just had everyone wanting to do their own thing. They were looking like a group of comp players, but then they've started to actually listen to Yampi as that team's been built around him, and they've realized that. And I just feel like that's when they've started to perform better. That's what's got them this, second place in AMEA. And I just think if they can keep that upward momentum just a little bit further, then that's what gets them through Swiss.
Yeah, I'm willing to fold. I think in Sayonara as well, they'll compete. And I think the new meta, will be good for Sayonara. Things like Phoenix and just Durka entry.
I think
But
I think DRG is a very close contender for
Yeah,
qualifying
they
anyway.
they are looking good.
It's
I think if it's not Vitality, it could be
DRG.
Foot or DRG.
I don't agree with Foot, but purely.
Nah, I know I'm alone on Foot here. Just give me this. I'm
yeah,
putting
I
him
don't
as
think
not going through
unfortunately.
anyway.
I don't think, especially now, Zeus has been kind of dropping off a little bit. Even though Yetje has been playing well, I don't think Foot are good enough as 5 individuals to make it.
So are we happy?
I mean, what we can do then is we put DRG at like the far left of the bottom tier to say that they're like the top, they're like the best of the worst.
Yeah, get Lev next to them as well because I think Lev could surprise some people.
Then
And
XLG, then Foot.
and Foot.
Yeah.
I think them two doesn't really matter who goes where though. And then we can move them 4 teams out of the B tier as we go.
Yeah, I think we leave them.
We can leave them as we discuss. I think we've discussed them for long enough. So let's just go through now, like left to right, what we think of each team and how we think they're gonna do. Starting with EDG.
I like the GT. I like that. I think
hate is tolerated.
A weird team. I don't really know how to actually analyze a team themselves. Probably don't know if they're good enough. I mean, the names and the form suggest they're a good team, but whenever it actually matters, as an example, Santiago, they got 2-0'd by M8, they got 2-0'd by T1. Both teams should have beat heavily, and I just don't know if they've got it in them since last year. I don't know if they've got them in them to actually compete to a good level.
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to what you said earlier of the best China team, but that's just because the competition is so poor. I think they've automatically qualified for playoffs because they didn't have any competition to do.
Yeah.
And I think once they're introduced like to other teams like Heretics, G2, Paper X. I mean, look at them 3 teams I've just said that are up there with them. G2, the most dominant team in Americas for recent years. Heretics, a team that are probably some of the favourites to win. And then Paper X, who we won't talk about Paper X too much because I think if we do, Reti will go on a rant about how much he loves Paper X.
Honestly,
but,
yeah.
Like there's that's 4 great teams, and then you've got teams like again NRG and Full Sense and GE, and I just don't see a world where EDG can go any higher than C in my opinion.
Honestly, yeah,
I don't see them.
I think they go straight up. I think the problem is we've got to remember as well, all these Swiss team qualification teams will have had multiple games to get the rust out of the way and actually get used to the crowd, which might be crazy. It's a London crowd. I don't know when we last had a London event that wasn't EMEA. Even then, that's always Berlin. I think the crowd is going to be outrageously good. And I don't think these early teams, if they're not good enough to compete at the top level, like Paper X, like maybe G2, I don't rate Heretics, so I'm not going to include that. But I think EDG will honestly go straight out. I don't think they're going to win a game.
I think we put them end of C tier.
I think we put them bottom of C. I don't even see them winning a game, honestly. Unless
they
it is against like
one.
Vitality or I don't know, maybe Full Sense.
I genuinely think all of those 4 B teams that call out Swiss will dismantle EDG. I think EDG, I don't remember a single team that in previous internationals has gone out and done well straight away. I think even Paper X looked bad at the beginning of
Yeah, they
Santiago.
did.
I'm trying to think what other team. Let me bring up playoffs. Yeah, so obviously the upper teams were what was it? Gentlemates, AG. I can't remember the other ones. Let me have a look. Yeah, so the teams that went through last time, obviously through Swiss, were Gentlemates, PaperX, NRG, and G2. And the ones that came out straight away was Gentlemates, AG, Furia, BBL.
Yeah.
And then it just went crazy for the lower bracket. I think if EDG don't start really well, which I doubt they will, I think they're just going to go straight out. They're going to be another Furia.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're all in
Which are the
agreement then
next?
that just EDG aren't going to do anything. I think they're going to go with their bottom of C to go straight out. The only reason
Can
they're
we
not going
Loki? Can we Loki change C to out at Swiss or first
And-
rounded maybe, and then
first rounders, yeah.
yeah, first rounders, and the bottom one be um, out at Swiss.
Can do, yeah. I mean, we only went with GG go next because obviously that bottom tier is just for teams that, I mean, like you say, are out at Swiss. They don't qual. I just thought
Yeah.
GG go next would be funnier.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, there
Also,
isn't really
like,
much
just
else to
to-
say about EDG.
just to go off something you mentioned of like that London crowd. Obviously, this is something we're gonna get into heavier later. But that's gotta give a boost to teams like Heretics, where they're gonna be favourites in this London crowd with players like Benji Fishy.
Especially because that's where
And
he's
that is-
from, so.
So, yeah, so any game where it's Heretics versus another team, you
Mm.
kind of have to give Heretics a slight boost from the fact that they are gonna have the crowd behind them, and it is a London crowd.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's just another thing to take into account.
I mean, I'll be more than happy to Heretics and like A or High B.
No, come
Like-
on. The London crowd can't save Boo from
Okay,
shooting
okay, okay,
back. Come on, guys.
okay,
Let's
okay.
remember, you-
Like-
we'll get into
might have played
Yeah, we'll get to that
well.
when we get to
If
it, but
you
I
saw
think you'll be around
first
here.
few maps of
we'll
Heretics.
get
you
to
wouldn't
Heretics
believe
when
they
it's
won.
their time.
Yeah, in the meantime, they
Get to
can
Heretics
go
at
to the
their
Shadow
time.
Realm.
G2 next. I personally, this might just be a me thing. I've got G2, sorry, going through to semis.
I don't like G2.
I don't like G2 either, but I think it is their time. It feels
I
like
agree.
the way they brought back the stage one. It feels like it's low key their time.
Yeah, they've been
I'll
playing
say,
It's
I
a
good.
mean-
bit annoying. Like I hate G2 as well. Like I said, I'm a Sen fan.
I'll say, yeah, me and Retty, we're both Sen fans. We both hate G2, but Sen's not here, and it's their time, I think. I also hate G2 because I've got a player named Trent, and I just don't trust people named Trent. I think they're just rats, but that's besides the point.
That's a bit
And-
of a tangent, but yeah.
Yeah, I think despite that, unless Trent leaves them to go to Paper X or something, which would be definitely out of character, like they just I see them like in an A tier, maybe going through to semis, A
Yeah.
tier, high B tier.
I agree with A.
Yeah, I think A tier is fair. I'm trying to. Yeah, I want to say
Paper X straight to champs.
can we move full sense to champs first and then Paper X top A? Let's do that. That's logical. Full
Fuck it, why
premium
not?
Masterclass inbound.
Dude, why not?
I'm here for it.
Or maybe the top should be contenders, and we have two teams there.
We could do. I was just
So,
saying
do you
champs
want
because
me
like,
to add a row or just A?
Loki,
contender?
yeah,
Yeah, I
good
think-
idea.
I
Loki.
Yeah, you
Or
could
change
just
A
add-
to contenders.
Fucking go back
Either one
up.
works.
I was gonna say we
Yeah,
either
do
put it
the
as like just
contenders.
finalists or we add it to yeah.
Yeah,
No,
contenders.
yeah.
I think
I
there's
can
more
spell
of the
it right.
teams that could win. I think NRG, Paper X, G2 are the three that come to my mind.
Yeah, we'll do the Heretics and go back to the teams that's
Yeah,
qualified
yeah.
for Swiss. Still
So,
actually
yeah,
have to talk
I
about PRX as well, but
I say we haven't actually discussed them, but we're all in agreement. PRX are a contender team, right? Like
yeah,
At least, yeah. I can't see that five ever doing poorly at an event.
even
I don't
with
care
the
what
London
event it is
crowd,
at any point.
even
Yeah,
with
I
the
mean-
They
London
embarrass
crowd,
GE, they embarrass Full Sense, and they're two elite teams.
I'll say we can put it this
I
way.
don't think it is.
Look at their ascent. They're that good. They can still run Yoru and make him look good. That's how
Yeah.
good Paper X is. They ran Yoru and won a game.
Nah. I also genuinely think the fucking London crowd would help PRX as well.
Yeah, I do think that after Heretics, the London crowd's gonna be most behind PRX.
And purely because how they play and how their players are.
Yeah, it's just so
They're,
entertaining.
they're very energetic as well, so having the crowd, having the sort of cheers and screams, it's gonna make
Yeah,
them play
they're
better.
gonna get behind that.
So
And I mean, yeah, like if you can run a Yoru and make him look dominant, when like them nerfs hit so hard it literally ended a player's career,
literally, though,
then you've got to just consider that they just win.
they're just better at some point.
Yeah, at some point you just consider that they're gonna aim diff you. It doesn't matter what you do.
Literally,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think as well the London crowd will get behind people who want to talk shit, and there's no better team than Paper X at being able to respond to a team that talks shit. Like teams like Vitality and stuff like that, or I wish Fnatic was in, but teams like Fnatic, those are the
I mean, we
teams
can
that
add Fnatic for the
won't be
fun of
able
it.
to. No, it's not working. Unfortunately, sadly not. Well, I'd send most Reddit. But I think those teams, same as like G2, same as NRG, they'll start talking shit on that stage. And I think when Paper X are playing as well as they do, like I don't know if you saw when something did that to I can't remember their duelist, but it was against another team in Pacific, and they were talking so much crap the entire game, just standing up, and then Paper X just start absolutely destroying them, and then I think something got an ace or a 4K or something like that, and then stood up and just said, yeah, sit down, sit down. I think that's what will get the London crowd going more.
Yeah.
I know it would me. So yeah, I think Paper X. I think there's no doubt they're always going to be a contender, I think, in my opinion.
And then we've got one last one, and then we can discuss where we think them 4 B tiers are actually going to end up. Because I think we're all in agreement that one specific team is going to drop down to C here, and I think there's one team that's going to have to maybe go to contender.
Yeah.
Heretics, Heater.
Well, I more meant of the 4, who do we think's going to go down
Can we
to C?
find a way to get Heretics in Swiss and get out of Swiss?
I mean, just like on a real one though, this Heretics team does not look good.
Oh,
Yeah,
they can live there for now.
Your captain being Boo, arguably the worst IGL in this entire tournament, and I am including, and I am saying that knowing that there are certain people at this event. I'm not gonna name names, but like I'm saying that knowing that there's certain teams showing up to this event, and I do still think Boo is the worst IGL at this tournament. Koshmaris, he looks okay, but the Neon nerfs are gonna hit him. He was playing Neon a fair bit if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And them nerfs are gonna hit him. Woots, he's okay. Rien's
Yeah, he's
okay.
been so 50-50. I mean,
Rien's is actually a very strong player. I think he's kind of him and Benji are the shining lights of this Heretics team, but they're not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say that, but I mean, Reens is such a weird player because he played well against Foot. He played really poorly against Vitality. He was partially the reason why it was so close in that final map. But I don't remember any other game that he's played well. He played poorly against Eternal Fire. Even when they were against, I mean, they were played against Fnatic well, but I don't think he played well, I won't say poorly, but he didn't play great against BBL, and they 2-0'd BBL as well. I don't think Reigns has got what it takes. I think Boo's not a good enough IGL. I don't think he's a good enough mid-rounder to beat.
That's what I mean. Like, I wouldn't play well either if Boo was my IGL.
Yeah. I mean, every single game they had other than beating BBL was close. Even their 3-1 against Foot, it felt a little bit choppy. I mean, I know they played well in Ascent and Lotus, and then obviously in Breeze, but the fact that Haven was an OT game against Foot, who, in my opinion, were playing horribly on the day.
Yeah, they were.
And again, the Vitality game was too close. The game against Eternal Fire was too close. Fnatic even with the roster issues that they had in the split. And again, they had Syvoth. I think I can't remember if that was his debut. I think maybe it was the game after because he played Vitality on his debut and then Heretics. But yeah, I don't think Heretics and Cold White takes as a team.
I
I
think
think they've come back too many times, and against Masters teams that you won't get a chance to come back.
I think
If they try and
maybe
come back against Paper X, they're
bottom
cooked.
bottom of B tier, like the very bottom, and then obviously we'll
Obviously, I
move
think they
about.
forget first rounders. I think they get first
You
round.
think
It's
first
it's
round?
in
You
it's
got
in,
back
bet-
like
it's
Kaiser.
in
I
between
think
the
they've got me. I
bottom
don't think they
B.
win a game.
It's in
I
between
think maybe they win a
both.
map. But
I'm
Yeah.
looking at it though, and I mean I'm looking at some of your teams like, I mean, oh, okay, they can't go against EDG, can they? First round or like first game, but I'm looking at it and I'm seeing teams like Vitality, and I'm like, Heretics could beat Vitality, and I'm looking at. I mean, again, like
honestly, I think if they go through, I think Vitality will way too warm to beat them. I
I'm
think
that's a
Vitality
show.
like that.
I think
The crowd is gonna be bigging up players like Yampi and Dirk, and I think even though I don't think Vitality are good enough, I think they're still good enough when they're warm to beat not warm by Heretics.
it's hard.
okay,
It's
no, I
either
see
bottom
that. I
B
mean,
or
I was gonna say they're above EDG. I can say that for a fact.
yeah.
But it's just a
Yeah.
case of do we put them bottom B, because there's gonna be I can say for a fact there's at least one other team in that B tier I think needs to get moved down.
You thinking G?
I was thinking GE or Vitality, either one of them really.
Yeah, I think
Just a case of do we put them bottom B tier and then move down one of them two teams, or even both, or do we put them top of the first rounder? Because I
think
don't
they're
see a
top of
world
first round. There's two
top of
teams
first
that can be
round.
first rounded. Well,
Yeah.
first round is to say obviously they lose first game and then lose second game in the lower bracket.
Yeah, I think we
So
leave it at
that's
that
what
for
I'm saying.
now.
That was my thing. Is I was looking at it like RGE or Vitality gonna get first rounded instead. Was my
Yeah, I think they'll be
thing
too
saying.
warm to lose both games.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
Because I
fair.
think even Paper X and D2 could potentially lose their first game, but they'll go on a lower bracket run. Whereas I can't see Heretics going on any sort of run.
No,
that
I don't
bracket.
either.
I think with
I think
the players'
Heretics are too
mentality,
momentum based as well.
yeah, and with their mentality, if they get dropped down to lower brackets, they're gonna just fold.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, what about
I
this
mean,
B
all-
category then, boys?
I think B category
I think we move
without
energy
a
up.
doubt. I'll say without a doubt, I think we move NRG up, and I could see a case where we move up Full Sense.
Yeah, and I see
Honestly,
that.
I think we need to move Full Sense up to the top. I think this is London is going to be full of Thai champions. I think this year. I think this is the perfect time for this type of team to win.
Well,
and if
what-
it's
what I
not,
was
then
gonna
it's going to
say
be
was-
G2. I think.
What I was gonna say is we move NRG and Full Sense up to contenders, and then we can discuss among them four who we think is gonna win out in champ
Yeah,
and be
I'm
the
down for
champ.
that. I'm down for that.
That's
But I
what
don't
I
think
wanted
GE
to
or
do.
Vitality
Just because
are
just because that
Do-
way we're not all gonna make individual cases on which team we think, and we can go through and actually discuss.
Yeah.
Because there's a team of these four who I don't have. There is no thought in my mind that says they go on to win this tournament. And yes, it's G2. I don't see a world where G2 go on to win out over PRX,
No.
Full Sense, and NRG.
They're gonna make it hard, but they won't win.
I do think they're the bottom of this A category.
Yeah.
Really, see, I'm not gonna lie to you, boys. I hard disagree. I think if Full Sense don't win it, this is G2's chance.
Can we
I
take
think
a
the
step
meta
back
Is
after? Because who do you think is gonna be better at globally sports vitality?
none of
Nobody
them.
knows.
They're both useless. I don't think.
I
don't
mean,
think
like-
they matter anymore.
Okay.
I think I'd probably put Vitality above G.
Yeah.
If
that
they
way.
make it, I think they'll do okay.
I say
They'll
of
be
them
warm,
two,
but-
like it's honestly like so close on which team is worse, really, than which team
Yeah.
is better. I can make a case for both.
Yeah,
To
it's
me,
valid.
it doesn't really bother me.
Oh.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, like I was fine with how it was looking, just because again, I can also see a world where either of them team get first rounded and another team somehow gets through on luck. So
I think
Yeah.
as well. I think we need to add a tier. I think there's
what?
got to be a first rounders B and then an A tier, where teams will do
I
really well or
fuck
make some
that
sort
over.
of run. What are you doing, pal?
Fucking go. That's there we go. Go eventually.
Because I think there's going to be teams like NRG that will do well, in my opinion, but
Yeah.
they won't be a contender. I think they can only be really 2 contender and a champion,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or maybe 1 contender and a champion, like a grand finalist.
Yeah.
See, this is where we're gonna have the discussion then, because obviously you're saying that if Full Sense don't win, you think G2 will. For
Yeah, I
me,
think
I'd be
we've got to think
moving
about
if
the
it's
meta that we're
me.
walking into. I think that's the thing.
I'm with you on Full Sense. I'm with you there. I think they're either top of contender or champs, but I just also think that, in my opinion, G2 are the team at Go A or
See,
NRG.
why though? Because I usually any other tournament I would agree, but the way they came back and they again ended up winning stage 1 in Americas and probably top 2 hardest regions in the world. I genuinely believe with that momentum, I think G2, if they start their first game strong, I think they win it. On the sheer base of Valen is probably top 2 IGLs in the world as well. In this tournament, anyway, not including obviously Boaster.
I'm not playing, but okay.
Exactly. That's why there's still nothing changed. But no, I think there's no actual reason other than it being G2 and people not liking G2. I don't think there's any logical reason that they can't win champs because this
Okay.
meta is going into their playstyle. They've got again an elite IGL in Valent who knows exactly what it's like to lose. I don't think they would come to this competition after how well they played at the end of stage 1 and let themselves not be a top contender. And I think
Okay,
Paper
I
X,
can
it's going
see
to be
that.
harder for Paper X because it's such a big change meta-wise, and that this crazy static style of play won't suit the new meta. Like we're going to be back in an info-based meta where obviously, like especially because they're changing initiator util back to 50
And
seconds,
Senti.
and they've gone from Patman. I would be different because they had an initiator that's ready to go forward with the 2 duelists. But I think in this new meta, they're going to actually need a proper initiator that can again set the pace. They brought an initiator to, which is I completely forgot his name. My apologies. In Envy, sorry. They brought in Envy because they even said it they even said it in an interview saying that we need an initiator that will do everything for the duelists, whereas in this meta it's not going to work like that.
Okay.
And I think if they
I
had
can see
Patman,
that
which is
then.
why I think GE will do better. I think if they had Patman, Paper X would do better. I still think they're a contender, but I think
I
NRG will
think-
be the team to
I was
drop,
gonna say,
and then G2 and
for
Paper
me,
X.
before you said that, for me, I was saying either G2 or NRG. I'm kind of seeing your case now for G2, like staying in contender, and I just don't honestly like. I think with what made NRG world champs last year, it's not something they can replicate this year. I do think that Ethan's amazing. I do think that Mada is one of the best players out there right now. But I just also think that they have that weakness right now in Brook and even Scuba to a level. And I do so I could see NRG going down to A. And then honestly I still don't see a world where G2 win. I think it's between Full Sense and PRX.
Yeah, I think
Even with
Full Sense
PRX.
win it, but I think G2 will be a contender. I think if there's
Yeah.
any time for them to get them out of this international fluke,
That's
it's this stage. I think NRG will drop. I mean, I don't know how much you've been watching the VWC, but Mada
I've been-
is not built for this
Yeah.
off neon like gameplay. Like it's just not.
Yeah.
It's clearly
I've
not
been-
working.
I've
So I
been
don't think
watching a
he's
lot of
top
it.
fragged in any of their matches.
No, he's not.
Which
It's
for a
been
player like him is.
Ethan's kind of actually been carrying them through EWC slightly.
Yeah, and Kiko, of course.
I mean, the only point I
always.
can really make for PRX is that the fucking the meta's slowing down, whereas they are very like aggressive, like it's Project.
Yeah.
They're very aggressive, like we're gonna bring the fight to you, even on defense kind of team, which I think is gonna help them in some ways and disadvantage them in other ways.
I think with the Senti buffs coming in, that's going to affect them. I think
Yeah.
that having someone like an anchor of sight and just actually shut down them more aggressive plays is going to be a massive roadblock for them. And it's why I don't think they win, but they will stay contender.
Mm.
For me, I'd probably put them above G2, but at the same time, I could see arguments for them going below G2.
I
But I
think
mean,
it's
for me, it
below,
goes full
personally.
sense in champs, and then it would probably
Yeah,
be
definitely
G.
think NRG play. I mean, like I said, in EWC right now, Marta, like they what are they I think they 3-0 Loud, and Marta was still like 0.9
Yeah.
KD or
I
something.
mean,
Or something
we're all
like
in
that,
agreement
not
on
exact,
we're all in agreement on NRG being A. I'm saying between PRX and G2, who's gonna be second and who's gonna be third, basically.
I think if B2 make it, I think they're going to be two. I don't think they'll either win it or they'll come second, and their whole roster will explode. I don't
you're
think you can go
in your
in what 4-5 internationals and not compete in any of them. And I think this meta is perfect for them. This change, not one team has had prep. Even EWC, NRG, stuff like that are preparing. They're not playing the Neon very much, but
yeah.
they're not doing the same. It's not working the same way. In this new meta, I think G2 is built for them. I think
As well
if
as
they
that,
get outside of first
as much
round,
as they're prepping, it's hard to practice it properly when them buffs aren't in yet. You can't.
yeah, but I mean specifically the double duelist leaning out of Neon, because like I said, they 3-0'd a team that were playing into that Neon, and obviously their Neon was Verti, so it's not like is anybody of any skill. No offense to Verti, but like I think if they're practicing it and it's not working against a team that they're destroying, and they would destroy at any time, I think that's like quite a worry. I mean, statistically, I can't imagine the thingy-majig in the quals that
To be
Marta's
clear,
going to be able to get out of it.
just for like making sure we're all in agreement on this, our final tier list, DRG. Okay, obviously I know we're not all in agreement on that, but we've came to a consensus. DRG for XLG and Lev are out in Swiss.
Yeah.
EDG and Heretics get first rounded. Vitality and Global Esports kind of are just there.
Yeah, maybe we're 1 or 2.
They won't do
They
amazing,
go out in the low bracket pretty quickly.
Yeah,
they make it a bit further, but they're not going to make a splash really.
They'll hold their own
NRG,
against some matches, but
yeah, NRG basically come out of this looking fourth. They'll lose in the lower finals.
Yeah.
Near enough, like they'll, G2, we've got a G2 versus full grand finals, and then the question is, and I'm just curious, obviously I can't show this on the tier list, but I'm just curious, one of these teams is going to come up, do we think any of these teams are going to come to a lower bracket run, and why do you think it's NRG?
I don't think NRG will have a lower bracket run. I think they'll probably win 1 or 2 against these Swiss first rounders, and obviously Vitality G.
Okay.
Then they'll probably lose their second game and then maybe win 1 or 2. Like I think the format gives them an opportunity to play against bad teams.
Okay.
Like
do you think
Heretics,
any of these,
EDG.
do you think any of these top 4, or well, I guess top 3 because you've already said not NRG? Do you think any of these teams will do a lower bracket?
I think maybe
PRX.
Yeah.
PRX are just so well built that as soon as they get the first game out of the way with, which they'll probably end up losing, no PRX, they'll just violate everyone.
Yeah.
They'll get the rust. They'll have that first game where they're still rusty and they're going against probably like Vitality or something where they've had that warm up. They'll lose that. That'll be what keeps Vitality in it. And then PaperX, they've got their rust off. They've had their moment to shake it all off.
And get used to the stage and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they just go on that lower bracket demon run with the crowd behind them. The crowd will probably start to believe that they're actually going to go through to the grand finals, and then they lose to probably G2.
G2 full sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't agree anymore.
So yeah,
That makes
so
more
yeah,
sense.
we've got
Anyways.
Vitality and Global Esports basically just there doing not much. NRG go through, win 1 or 2 against just the worst teams that are here really, and then kind of sit top 4, make a bit of impact, I suppose. You know, they eliminate. I can see a world where they're the team that maybe eliminates like Heretics.
Mm.
Yeah.
I see a world where they're the team that eliminates Heretics, and that's like the splash they make. PRX on a lower bracket run, probably the team that keeps Vitality or Global Esports in, and then G2 and Full Sense go through. They'll probably play each other early. One will lose to the other, and that's what puts them on like a lower to get in. And then obviously one will go through undefeated, and one will go through with probably only one loss to the other team before the grand finals. That's my prediction anyway.
I think
Yeah. Yeah,
I think
100%.
overall we've got a pretty kind of set tier list with.
I think the top 4 like we're all in agreement because obviously I was willing to say like NRG would have been the 4th place anyway, and then like G2. Like I've seen the argument for now that you've made that case. I think Vitality or DRG could be either one. I don't think it. Either way they're not going to do much. And then just out of pure curiosity because we've got a bit of time left, who do you think the MVP of this tournament will be? Doesn't necessarily have to be a full sense player, but obviously they're going to be more likely. Which, if it is a full sense player, I think it's going to be Premi.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Forsaken.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go with a bit of a rogue shout.
Is he going to say
And
something?
no, I don't think something will
Because
will do great.
baby,
I think it's got
baby
it for it to be definitely not. I think for it to be a top 2 team, in my opinion, which will be G2 versus Full Sense. I think there's only 2 options, and I think it's either going to be Valen or Trent.
Yeah.
Because in my eyes, I see G2 actually, even though I hate them, I see G2 winning this tournament. And I think if Primi gets MVP, he'll win it anyway. Like he'll win the tournament. Like
Yeah.
there's only, I think in my eyes, whoever wins the tournament will have the MVP player,
yeah.
which will either be, in my eyes, Valen or Primi, depending on who wins.
Okay. I
Maybe
can see
Trent.
that. I was
It
gonna
could be
say
another
if it's a. I was gonna say if it's a G2 player, I was gonna say Jorg.
Yeah, I mean,
I-
I feel like
I think
I'm trying to
I purely
fix it the way
because
that
I think
people will vote.
I think purely because if G2 win it, Jorg needs to have a crazy performance. He can't have a bad game. I think if G2 want to win this, and I think because of that, that'll be what does it. And that's purely it. Is I think that G2 won't be able to win if Jorg has a bad game, and because of that, I think if he just goes consistently with good games, then Jorg gets the MVP. And then if not, I think if it's any full sense player, it's going to be Premi. I think we're all in
100%.
agreement that he's the best player on that team by a mile.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
It's a weird one. I think
unless it's like,
I think-
unless PRX come third and one of them just drops like a record number or something, like, I don't think anyone on that team's gonna do it, and I don't see any other team out there where a player's gonna be able to, unless we've got it wrong and a different team wins, obviously.
Yeah, but going for a tier list, it can only really be a player from G2, PRX, or Full Sense, in my opinion. NRG maybe.
No, I don't. NRG doesn't
have the player to do
NRG doesn't have a standout player to do it.
Scuba.
Like,
I think Scuba.
oh,
If NRG win, I think Scuba might genuinely show everyone why he's probably top 3 players in the world. I think the way people rate Scuba is actually like embarrassing compared to how good he actually is. Like if anyone properly analyzes that team, Scuba is literally the glue, and he makes that team 100 times better. So I think if NRG win, which I don't think they're going to come close, I don't think they'll even go up the final or no bracket final.
no,
I think he'll be the reason. Like I said, Scuba, the Scuba aura is just different level. I don't think he gets the what's it
I
called.
can see it like if NRG were to win. It's just I don't think NRG win, and therefore I don't think it's even worth discussing. I think
Agreed.
the only three teams that the MVP can come from, like we said, are G2, PRX, or Full Sense. In my opinion, if we're going off our list where Full Sense win, it's going to be Primi. If it's G2, I can see it being Valen or Jorg, in my opinion, not Valen or Trent. And that's not just my Jorg bias I said earlier, but that's just an actual. I think Jorg needs to have one of the best tournaments of his life in order to have G2 win. And then if it's PRX, I'd say something, in my opinion, just
something for Self-Forsaken on my two picks.
That guy goes crazy. And again, he was
Jing, though. Jing in internationals. He's disgusting internationals.
No,
I do think he would be my bet.
I say PRX is just such a stacked roster that if they win it, it could honestly be anyone on that team. I'm only saying something because again, he wins rounds he has no right to win. I still remember it was on Bind, a 1v4 post plant or something. He had an op and that was it, and he was playing I think Euro or Jet, and he ends up winning the 1v4 post plant as with only an op. He doesn't even switch to silent. He just hits nasty shots he has no right to hit. And again, he was on Ascent making Yoru still look good. So I do think there's going to be shouts for something if PaperX do go through and do very well in this.
Yeah.
I think if they even make it to the even if they make it to the final and don't win, I do think there's a world where something could be the MVP.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I would say who do we think the rookie would be, but
who classes as a rookie?
That's what I mean. The only rookie I can think of is Sayonara, so we might just win it by default. I'm looking through. I don't see anyone who counts as a rookie.
Yeah, I can't really in these rosters. I mean, Koshmari, you want to see him do a rookie number? I don't know, I mean, the only way I think there's going to be a rookie of the tournament is if Lev or something like that make a run.
Yeah, which I just don't think they do.
DRG.
Honestly, I just think rookie's going to basically come down to whichever team has a rookie that makes it furthest. If Vitality get far, then Sayonara will get it. If Lev somehow make a run, then maybe. There's no one on Full Sense that's actually a rookie, is there? Really?
I'm trying to think if Jitboy.
I don't know if he'd count. If he counts.
He played in Talon, but I don't know. Oh, he was there since 2022 actually. So.
Oh yeah, never mind then. I'll say if he counts as a rookie, I'd say him because I just think it's gonna come down to whichever team does best. I don't think there's anyone remember when Crashes won it? I don't think there's anyone like that who are just gonna have such a good performance that it doesn't matter how the team does. I don't think Sayonara is good enough that he's gonna just be Vitality lost after, second stage, but he just was such in the memory. Koshmaros, I don't even know if he counts. I know he's new to Heretics, I don't actually know.
Yeah, he definitely will count. Yeah, this is rookie tournament. At least he was.
Maybe Koshmaros. I do think he was looking somewhat decent, but again, it comes down to how good he is when he's not on Neon. And I just haven't seen much from him that's not Neon.
I don't even think his Neon was great, I'll be real. I'm like a Koshmaros hater, bro. I've seen too many tier 3 players that deserve it so much more, and he got his way through, and
it's just a case of it's Koshmaros or Sayonara, and I just think it comes down to if Heretics or Vitality do better. Yeah. So according to our list, I guess I'd give it to Sayonara, but
I think Sayonara would be a good pick. I hope Sayonara does well.
Yeah,
that's a well deserved pick.
He's a good player who ended up, I think, on the wrong team.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there anything? Is there any other decent awards we can actually discuss? What would get here? We've said who we think the worst team's gonna be. We've said best players. I don't think there's any real surprises here in terms of teams. I mean, I suppose full sense winning would be a shock, but at the same time, that's more of a that was a shock before this whole tournament started. Now that they've qualified. But yeah, I think we wrap it up now.
I think that's everything.
Yeah, no, I think that was a really good set of lists. Yeah, I think we did a good job here.
Just to anyone watching, thanks for watching. Check out AQ Esports. We're on X, we're on Instagram, we have a Discord server. Feel free to join, you can interact with ourselves and the players. We have a VCT channel, we can discuss further there. But yeah.
Discuss why Primmy's the best player in the world. That's the main
Okay.
discussion.
Okay. That's it. Time to wrap this. Wrap it up.
I think that's a great outro to this video. Unless anyone does have anything to add, I do think
No.
that is everything there. Like I said, just check out AQ Esports on X,
Socials.
on Insta. Yeah, just all our socials. Our YouTube, where this will be uploaded to. But yeah,
Yes, sir.
thank you for watching.
GG's, boys.